Oops, I did it again. Play it with your heart. Ooh. So what have I done again? Let's find out.
Wait. Matron, take them away.
And a warm welcome to one and all. This is your first time here. I'm the big fella, Scruffy Trader. And what I'm trying to do is put trading in the real world. Maybe show you a trick or two along the way. So if that sounds good, do take a second just now to hit that little subscribe button. Genuinely helps and motivates me to do more. And if you find value in what I do, smash the like and maybe support the channel by, well, buying a Forex mug. You'll see the merchandise shelf below. My wife's little business. So what's my business? Well, my business is the charts. It's where I get paid and it's my full-time sole income. That is where my money comes from. And I do YouTube because I love it. You know, or I rephrase that. Don't so much love YouTube because sometimes it's a pain in the ass. I love my job. But I do video all of my trades, and that's where the YouTube channel came from. It's a visual representation of a journal because I want to know when I make mistakes.
No way.
And earlier on this year, I said I would do one of these challenges funded by Christmas. I completed that around October time. I put my results up and I was immediately lacerated about my win rate.
Who'd be stupid enough to do that?
Justify, stupid.
And I was thinking, well, that's a bit odd. You know, I've had a high hit rate for a long time. And because I come from a business background, I think completely different to the way you lot see trading. Because trust me, trading is fucking rock hard. It really is. But it's not the charts that's hard. It's you.
What?
It's because you have this belief that it's easy. You have this belief there's a magic holy grail system out there. There isn't. You know, and you listen to all the psycho babble that's on YouTube, and they'll talk about all this wonderful stuff, you know, liquidity pools, supply and demand, you know, support and resistance. I'm going long, I'm going short, you know, I've been stop hunted. All of this wonderful jargon. But what does it mean? Sod all. Absolutely nothing.
You serious?
Because the market will do three things. Goes up, goes down, goes nowhere. Then you overlay levels onto it. Key levels. Those key levels will tell you where there's a possibility, not a fact, a possibility business will be transacted at those levels. And your job as a trader is to figure out which way that business is going. Is it going up? Is it going down? Is it going nowhere? That's trading in the shortest essence. And when you start trying to overlay liquidity pools, you know, order blocks, all of these different things, ask yourself a simple question. How do you know? How do you know? And the answer is, you don't. It's just an idea. It's a guess. Now, I've touched on this before, and at the moment, it's I watched a few videos and one thing and another, and they're talking all this psycho babble, and it sounds brilliant, and they've got a wonderful setup. But really, they're actually leading you down the wrong path. And I know that's a horrible thing to say because I don't particularly like slagging them off. Some of them are pretty good, but they're also plenty that are not so good, you know. And the easiest way to spot them is simple. They're in a flash car, on a private jet, yacht, sitting by a beach, having an unattainable lifestyle. It's bollocks.
I know. This is messed up. These guys, they're fucking idiots.
Absolute bollocks. Because this is a job, you know. If you're at your desk and you're doing your job, that's what you're looking at. The other one is if they're saying, well, I took this trade, and you automatically see it's trading view, again, it's bollocks. Why? Because there's this thing called rollback chart. Check the date on the chart. You know, I trade in the moment. I can't be any fairer than that. So that's my little grief out the way. And I'll tell you for why, because I got it kicked in over these challenges. But I've passed them numerous times here. And today, if I flick this over, and I'll show you, I've done it again. Now, with this, it literally passed today. I started that one on the 14th of November after I'd have kicked into me about the sort of win rate, etc. And I thought, no, I'll do this, not for them, for me, just to prove that you can do it. And I'll show you the ways into market, and then I'll tell you how to pass one of these things, because they're not as hard as you think. Now, if you look at this, my daily win rate right the way through, I dropped 2 days. All right, I was caught on sort of some events, but I had the sense to know how to manage out of them. And I also had the sense that when one of them was going a bit wrong, just kill the whole lot and worry about it another day. Because that's the thing. That's why I say trading's hard. It's having the strength to kill it. If you have got the strength to kill it, and there's a few in my group can now, they're moving on to good success. They know it hurts, but they know it's for the greater good. And that is one of the best lessons I could ever teach anybody. You know, you have one job: preserve the capital and grow it slowly. You know, if you can do that, brilliant. But if you try to make it very quickly, you'll find you're going to lose very quickly. Now, my stats from the 14th of November, now bear in mind, we've had plenty of weekends in there, and we've had the Christmas holidays. I did 367 trades, 85 hit rate, held out my profit factor because anything over 1 is deemed profitable at 2.28. But where I want to draw my attention to is the size of the position. 50 pence. Very small position size. And what I did was I compounded it up from 10 pence. So I just build it up little by little. Now, what's all that got to do with a slice of bread? Well, what it means is you're controlling your trades all the time, and you're doing them in a methodical manner. And that methodical manner gathers pace as it moves forward. And as it gathers pace, you get paid. Simple stuff. Now, I can do a couple of things with this. Now, I can reinvest some money into another prop fund if I wanted to. You know, so I can have 2 of them running together now. I could take money out for myself and go for a treat with the other half. Or I can drop it into my own fund, something like this. This is BlackBull Broker. It's a one that I recommend because it's got 0 spread. There's thousands of instruments to trade, and it's got leverage. Now, leverage is a thing at the moment because if you're under ESMA rules, leverage is tight, but these will give you 500 to 1. But what does that mean? Does that mean you can increase your bid size? No. This is why I pulled this up. You can drop in $100 into this and trade a micro fund. But what it means is you can trade any asset. You use the leverage as buying power rather than bid power. 2 different things. Or, as I was saying before, you can drop it into another prop like this. And for those of you who are unaware of who these are, 5%ers are the prop fund that I use. Fell into them by accident because I genuinely don't like the prop industry, not too much, until I met these guys. And they absolutely changed my mind. So it's a little salute to Alex and Sol and Toma, who I get to know quite well, and even Ruben. Can't miss you out, Ruben. little fella that you are. What it is with these is you can either go instant funding, which is what you've just seen me complete. Get paid from day one, pass the milestone to pay. Simple stuff. But what you can do, as I was just saying, you can take the money that from the one you've passed, and maybe buy a boot camp. Now at the moment they've got a Christmas special on, where you buy one get one, and it's only €95. Or you could even go into stocks, which I'm having a bit dabble with at the moment. Badly, I might say. Not doing very well with it at all. But it's an adventure. It's something new for me to try. And that's what we do as traders. We venture into things. But when you do venture into things, just tiptoe in. And that's how you pass these challenges. You tiptoe in. So just to give you an idea how to pass one of these. Say you take on the instant fund. 235 to get in. Okay. What is that? Well, that's your investment. Your aim is to get that back. So what you need to do is break down what the target is. So the target that I've just done, I had to achieve $600. And I had 184 days to do $600. So if you take that 184 days, work out how many of them are working days, because you've got weekends which you can't trade. Take all of them out, and then with whatever you're left with, it's about 120 days, you divide your 600 by the 120, and that'll give you a daily allowance for a target. Now, in this case, it was about £5. Right? It's not a lot. Fiver. What's that? Well, it's 50p, 10 pip move once a day. Well, what if you traded twice a day? Well, you're not doing it in 120 days then. You're doing it in 60 days because you've kept in it. But you've still only traded twice, 10 pip target, which is very easy to do, 50p position size, which keeps it down. Now, why would you do it in such a way? Well, 50p is a very small size. So you can allow your trade to breathe a little bit, which is great, But also it's enough that if you hit your 10 pip target, because that should be your minimum target if you're day trading, you don't want to be going in for 2-3 pips. Go in for 10. Get your 10 and then let it run as far as it can. Then you'll find that suddenly you didn't do 5 at a day. You might have done £15. Doesn't sound a lot. It sharp adds up. And you start doing that every day. Suddenly after you've done about 30 days of this, you find you've got a decent chunk. And then you start getting hungry for it. And when you're hungry for it, you'll see the worth. Whereas if you go into this and think, well, I want to make a fortune, I'll just stick on a £5 a point because the leverage will allow me. Well, it don't take long to blow an account at £5 a point when you've only got a 600 drawdown. Simple stuff. So there you go. It was just really to show you that this can be done. If you're stuck, I'm very easy found. Just drop in the description. You find all my contact details, etc. And if you want to try the 5%, there is a 5% discount link down there as well. And try it. It's good to have some skin in the game. If you have some skin in the game, it controls your mindset. And if you can control your mindset, you'll survive in this game. So there you go, guys. So as always, trade well, keep your risk managed, but above all, do what you love, and the money will follow. See you all in the next one.